Good tidings, ladies and gentlemen of the Lodge, and welcome back. We are back at it again with some more Melody of Memory content, and I want to zero us in on Kairi and her decisions made at the endgame cutscenes. Take note that this video will contain massive spoilers for Melody of Memory, so if you are not trying to be spoiled, now is your time to leave this video and come back after you've completed the game. With that out of the way, let us move forward. So as we arrived at the end game of Melody of Memory, Riku and Kairi found a way to reach Sora in Quadratum. Initially, Kairi wanted to go, but after some apprehension from Riku, she understands that it's best she hang back for now. Now, don't get me wrong, as much as I would have loved for Kairi to go to Quadratum, it makes more sense, at least for right now, that she hang back and continue her training. I'm going to explain why I believe this was not only the best decision, but also explain that the idea of Kairi training under Master Aqua is far more exciting than Kairi going to Quadratum. If you happen to agree or disagree with my take, I welcome you to jump into the comments section below and let me know what you think. Your thoughts are always welcome here. So first things first, we need to talk about Kairi's abilities when wielding a Keyblade. While Kairi certainly has come a long way, she just plain and simple is not on the same level as Sora and Riku right now. Sora and Riku have been wielding Keyblades since the first game in the series, and whether it's Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, Chain of Memories, Dream Drop Distance, we see that they have both experienced traversing worlds, slaying Heartless, and defeating giant threats like Ansem, Xemnas, and Xehanort. Kairi, on the other hand, only first used her Keyblade at Kingdom Hearts 2 for a small amount of time at the end, and never adventured to any worlds to destroy Heartless and the like. In Kingdom Hearts 3, while she is technically in training, she is still in a position where she has barely been in any real danger as a Keyblade wielder. In fact, she's tucked away safely from any threats or danger along with Axel. Now, we get to see her hold her own in many instances in the Keyblade Graveyard, and with the help of Sora, she's actually able to battle alongside him against Xehanort in Remind. In Melody of Memory, we see her go toe-to-toe with Xehanort, and even though she's got a few new cool moves and tricks, she still stands no match. And remember folks, Sora was able to defeat Xehanort, but even he needed the help of his friends Donald and Goofy. So with all of this in mind, you have to ask yourself, is a Keyblade wielder with a lack of experience and adventure really fit to go contend with Yozora, Sora, Riku, and the Master of Masters? To me at least, the answer is a resounding no. Why? Because if Kairi all of a sudden, without going on any adventures of her own, could keep up with Sora and Riku, it would diminish how far the two of them have come, and would in turn take away a lot of the moments of growth and development we want to see from Kairi. Just in Remind and Melody of Memory alone, she's already come so far, and we are getting some of the much needed moments that we wanted from this character all along. Choosing to take their time fleshing her out as a Keyblade wielder is only going to give us more of those moments, and when she finally is ready to contend alongside Sora and Riku, it will make the payoff that much better. It will feel deserved, instead of feeling like they powered her up prematurely just to please us fans. Allow me to point to an example outside of Kingdom Hearts for some context. Now, before I continue, I want to make it very clear, I am a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z, and I have a lot of love for this series, but there was something that happened in the Buu saga that I felt really diminished the achievements of our heroes in the previous sagas. I'm talking about the scene where Goten turns into a Super Saiyan at age 7. If you remember in earlier sagas, they talked about how expanding your power was connected to the pain of loss, or even the fear of loss. We see it with Goku after Krillin is killed in cold blood, and Gohan in his match against Cell. Once Goten turned Super Saiyan because his mom bodied him during some backyard training, it kind of diminished all those previous achievements and power-ups. But most of all, this mostly negatively impacted the character of Goten, as he was robbed of those true journeys and struggles. Getting us back to Kingdom Hearts, I don't want this same sort of thing to happen to Kairi. I like the idea that before Kairi can join up with Sora and Riku, that she needs to have her own adventure, her own struggles, her own experiences. So with the power scaling stuff out of the way, let's talk about the most exciting door that's been opened by Kairi hanging back. That door being that Kairi has asked that she be trained by Master Aqua. First of all, I love the fact that this was Kairi's idea. This wasn't something put forth by Yen Sid or Aqua herself, this was Kairi's choice. This is especially wholesome when you remember that Aqua was the one who bequeathed Kairi in Radiant Garden. What I love so much about this too, is that when you think about Terra and Riku, even though Terra bequeathed Riku, by the time we got to Remind, Riku was already a Keyblade Master. Terra never really got a chance to mentor him or to pass on wisdom. Meanwhile, now with Kairi and Aqua, we have a chance for this mentor-student relationship to come full circle. This not only shapes Kairi's character in the future, but it shapes Aqua's too. I'm beyond excited to see Aqua step into a mentor role and look forward to the friendship that she's gonna forge with Kairi. This dynamic puts Kairi in a terrific position to grow as a character because she has someone to learn from, especially when you consider how different in personality both Aqua and Kairi are. This situation actually puts her in stark contrast to Sora and Riku, and will give her an edge. For the most part, Sora and Riku are self-taught, and even when Yen Sid took on the mentor role in Dream Drop Distance, it was a mostly laissez-faire, hands-off type of approach. This also opens up the possibility of Kairi teaming up with the Birth by Sleep trio in a future game, or at the very least, will expand her relationships and friendships with Terra and Ventus. However, what I think is most important to remember here is that there is more to a character than their combat strength, and that there is more to Kairi than her ability to use a Keyblade. A character being a strong fighter doesn't make them a good character, but fleshing out their journey to obtain that strength does. And now we have Kairi walking her own path, one very different from Sora and Riku, and I personally cannot wait to see it unfold. But anyway, that's all I've got for you guys on this one. What did you think of Kairi's decision? Are you excited to see her train under Master Aqua? Do you think she will adopt any of Aqua's moves, techniques, or styles? Let me know! Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I hope you and your families are staying safe, and I will catch all of you sickos and normies next time.